Hi, good morning. I have some coffee here. It's actually afternoon here, although it feels like morning. It is 12:14 Saturday afternoon. I've been busy a little bit this morning for the last couple hours. I actually just got back home. I dropped a couple orders off at UPS, and now I'm getting ready to do some plant chores. Hi, Chai. Hi. I brought them in from outside when I left. They might show up when I do some chores, although I might let them back outside. It's kind of hot today. I had a sale yesterday, so I have some stuff I need to do for the shop today, but today is mostly going to be focused on other things I need to do. I actually have a plant right here that I want to go ahead and take care of. Do you remember my variegated Micans? I didn't do an unboxing on my channel of this one, but I keep putting this off and it's still like in the original pot here. I think I want to go ahead and try and get it on a pole, and I want to prop it. I also want to do some other propagating, and then I actually found some Mealies in my plant room. Guess which plants they were on? Hoya, of course. Actually, I found a couple on my Pilea, but it was next to or by a Hoya. There wasn't a lot of Mealies, but I saw them and I panicked. So I have the plants quarantining in my bathroom, my plant bathroom, and I've already sprayed them. They've been in there all day yesterday. I didn't get a chance to take care of it yesterday. So they've been sitting in there now. Today is 2 days. So I want to take care of those plants, and I might spray them down again. There's 2 Hoyas that I spotted some Mealies on, the Lacunosa that was in there and the Polyneura. So I was very surprised, I guess because my Hoya Sunrise was in there as well as my Abruvada, and I took them out probably like 6 weeks ago, almost 2 months ago, because I spotted a few Mealies on them. Hi. So, hi. Oh, I know, my love. Oh, I know. Come here. So I'm thinking that's probably how they spread. But again, it wasn't a lot, but I still like want to clean them because I don't want any mealy spreading. It's interesting because silica is preventing spider mites, and I haven't had any other plant pests besides mealies, and it's just my Hoyas. So I don't know what it is with mealies and Hoyas, but the silica is not preventing the mealy bugs. No, they're not. The mealies just want the Hoyas. So I already cut some strands off the Polyneura because I want to propagate that for the shop. So I had them soaking in like the mix for a day. I want to go ahead and prop the cuttings that I took with you, and I'm not going to put them in the shop room because I'm very cautious on what I put in there. Like I inspect, I'm so paranoid that I'm going to send a pest to someone. I mean, I don't have pests besides a few mealies right now, but I don't want that to ever happen. So I am very cautious what I put in there, and I don't want to put any Hoyas in there that potentially could have mealies. So I'm going to keep them isolated for a bit, and once I know they don't have any pests, then I'll look at letting them go. Hi, buddies. Yeah. Yeah. I want to stop, I think, around 3 because I have some other stuff to do, like I said, for the shop today, and I need to do some watering my moss poles, especially because I'm going to be busy tomorrow and Monday with order packing, and I also want to finish my pond video. That's my goal, is to finish my pond video this evening as well. I'm like halfway through with it. So yeah, it should be fun. Let's go ahead and tackle some stuff. I think what I want to do first, let's save like the Mealie Hoya prop stuff last, just because I don't want to be messing with pests beforehand. So let's start with this one. I'm going to go ahead and get a few supplies that I need. I think I'll just work on this table over here. And yeah, I'll go ahead and get this put on a pole, and we'll pot up the base and take some cuttings. I have a stratum here. I'm going to pot it up in my aeroid mix for the base. I have a pole, a pot, and I have to moisten some moss and everything yet. I don't really want to do this on a medium, but I'm just going to start it on a medium so it can kind of root into the moss. Probably what I'm going to do once it roots in here a bit more, I'm going to take another cutting and plant it, and so that way I'll have like 2 vines growing. And I might do that one more time and see how it does, and then I'll eventually transfer it to a large pole. And I don't really want to overwhelm the base of this either, because this is in such a tiny little pot here. So I'm going to use I believe this is a 4-inch, and the medium grow pole, this is Thiccly's medium, the 3.0, fits in here. So I'm just gonna pot it in here like this. And then I brought some extra cups that will plant the cuttings in with stratum. If the base does fine, it should activate. I'm thinking about cutting it here where this dragonfly clip is, because this is the leaf that was coming out as it was like shipped to me and after shipment, and each one is getting like really small. So I think it makes sense to chop it here, and a new growth point will activate, and then hopefully I'll still get like really good variegation and get this plant like growing beautifully. And then as these cuttings root and grow, you know, I'll eventually probably let these go, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and make the incision so that I don't snap this in a place that I don't want it to be snapped. And we're gonna go ahead and cut right here. And I've already cleaned this with alcohol. 1, 2, 3, it is chopped. All right, so we'll be propping that. I'm gonna set this aside. These don't really need to callus. They usually don't rot for me because the vine is so thin, but I'm just gonna let it kind of hang out here for a minute. Okay, so I have just a empty bin. This is gonna be my dirt bin. And they had this green trellis around here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this as well. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with the roots any more than that because I don't want to shock the plant, so I'm not gonna do anything else. There's a stem here that I guess a leaf broke off. It's not gonna grow or anything. I'm just gonna cut it back so it's not sticking out. Okay. So that is it for that. And then I'm gonna take my aeroid mix here, and we're gonna take our, I really need to build my pole first. Let me set this down here for a second. This one I used already, and I see Luna. Luna has nibbled one of the flaps. She doesn't eat stuff, but she'll nibble on things. She doesn't nibble on plants, just like random stuff. She'll like munch on, but she never eats it. I just see bite marks sometimes. I actually might dump out the Aurea that I got. So I got this from Rare Plant Fairy, and I got the Aurea, a second one. And I noticed, you know, browning has formed on all the leaves minus the new one. And I think it was just from stress adjusting to my environment and everything, because it's getting really good light right now. So I don't think that's an issue with it. I just want to make sure the roots are healthy. I actually might just pot it up into my aeroid mix and just peek at the roots. I might do that real quick too. I really got that one so that I could have an Aurea to prop for the shop, because my Aurea is beautiful and I don't want to chop her anytime soon, and she's growing so well now, and I want her to be a big beautiful plant because it's like my favorite plant. Well, the Aurea that my husband gave me is my favorite plant too, or the Albo. Even though that one had some issues, but it's making a comeback. So I want those two specific plants to grow big and beautiful. All right, I have to add some moss in here, but it's not wet yet. That's okay, I'll add the moss in a second. I'm not gonna add a ton of moss. I wanna go ahead and plant this down in here. I have my soil flaps open. Okay, let's stick her down in here in the front. Trying to space out the roots a little bit around to the back some. Oh, I forgot to get my potting mat. That's okay. I need to tame my big Micans. So I have the regular Philodendron Micans on a pole, and it's actually climbing onto the wall now in my plant room. And then I have the Halo version. I had it on a pole and then I took it off, so it's just in a pot, but I keep propping it for the shop to let others, you know, be able to get it. So whenever it starts growing a little bit, I take more cuttings. I recently cut it back again. I like the leaves and everything, but I really like the Aurea more than the velvet, or the velvet Halo. Okay, I think that's good. Let's add some moss in here and then we'll get to attaching her. I never do my poles this way. I like always add moss first. Okay. I have some cocoa chips here. I started adding some cocoa chips with the moss to add to the pole, so I actually need another cup, another container. Oh, it's all crooked. All right, let me go get another bin so I can make up some moss. All right, let's add our moss. Since I cut the growth, you know that node will take a little bit of time to activate before it starts growing again, but I feel like, so the node is right here. I feel like I might as well go ahead and just fill it to the top. I have the moss in here. Now we have to secure the vine. Since these open from the front, I'm just gonna unlatch and secure, you know, the vine in here. And I may add some additional like clear wrap around the nodes to help them root in there. Okay, we'll do one more here. Okay, I think it's gonna be a little lopsided until it can face the light in the front. For those of you that have a Micans Aurea, how much light are you giving yours? I feel like my east window is bleaching it a little bit. I feel like it's turning more red. Oh, like some of the leaves here are coming in very red. So I might try and put it somewhere else other than this east window over here, where it doesn't get as much light, and see how it responds. So I have to water this base yet, but yeah, it'll kind of look a little weird for a while, but I wanted to at least go ahead and take care of this and get that potted up so it can start growing and hopefully give me some beautiful growth. And so this here Yeah, we're just gonna take, let's see, we're gonna take, this will be one cutting here. Cut the extra stem away. This will be another cutting here. Trying to decide how I want to do this top growth. I'm going to go ahead and cut again here. This is going to be a little tricky to try and get this down into stratum because there's not much room to work with. Okay. I actually think I'll just pot these all into 1 cup. Yeah, I'll do 2 and 2 so they're not overcrowded. I have my big thing of stratum here. Okay, so we will do 1 cutting down in here. And another cutting down in here. Just 2 cuttings, and then I'll do this one down in here and this top one. I think I'll sit these in the other room where like all my propagations and stuff are, because I'm afraid to put these back in the east window. I feel like it's not happy there. And then again, I don't know where to sit this one, where I should put it at in the meantime. I might try and find a spot for it in my plant room where it's not getting a ton of light. I kind of want to anchor this a little bit better. I just don't want to trap the new growth if it comes out. Okay, I think that's good. I think those are close enough to the moss where it would be okay. Okay, we'll leave that as is. I gotta find a cute little pot for this one. And I'm just gonna add water from my sink into here. This one will be quite easy because I really just want to check the root system. So this is the Aurea that I got from Rare Plant Fairy. It is gorgeous, gorgeous. So these were the original leaves. This one, and this one. And you can see the browning has started on all the original leaves. And then the one in the middle is the one that was grown in my care, and it's perfect. Look at that variegation and the splits. It's gorgeous. My regular Aurea, my big one, hasn't browned at all lately, and the only time I got browning on it is when the root system wasn't healthy. But I don't think that's the thing with this plant. I think it was just acclimation and adjusting to a new environment because, yeah, being put in a box, shipped in hot weather, and living in one environment to a different environment. Rare Plant Fairy is in Michigan. Yeah, Detroit, Michigan, and I'm here in Savannah, Georgia. Completely different climates. So I think it was just a transition, and yeah, hopefully the browning doesn't continue. I honestly think the root system should be fine. I'm not super worried about it. I just haven't checked it yet. So this is still in their mix and their pot and everything. I can see a tiny bit of a root right there, but I can't see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it into a clear pot so I can monitor the roots. And I think just go ahead and put it into my aeroid mix because again, I don't use soil. And I'm pretty sure this is probably soil. I can't tell. It looks like all I can see really is just orchid bark and perlite on top. It looks like a really good mix. And that's kind of why I left it for a bit, because I didn't want to stress it even more, you know, coming from a new place and then me messing with it right away. But sometimes I do, it really depends. I was gonna leave it in this mix for a while, but then when the browning started, I was a little nervous that there could possibly be something wrong with the roots. So let's go ahead and dump her out and check. I'm not gonna disturb her too much and get her potted up. And that'll be it with this one. I'm not gonna add a support or anything right now, but I probably eventually will just add like probably just a core pole like my regular Aurea is on. I'll add it in here a bit later. I'm gonna see if it'll fit in a 5-inch clear pot. This isn't a 6-inch. I think it's probably a 5-inch. So this is a little bit bigger because I don't want to overwhelm the root system. I'd rather it stay a little bit more on the root bound side. Okay. So let's dump and see. Wow, look at that. It looks very healthy. I honestly don't know if I want to disturb it now. I don't want to stress it. I don't see any signs of rot at all. I have decided I'm not going to bug it right now. It seems happy. I just added a layer of my stuff on top. I probably should upsize it, but I'm gonna let it root a little bit more. It's not like super root bound yet, so I might wait like another month or so and then upsize it at that point. I'll probably just do a pop and fill. So yeah, that was quick. Quick examination. So yeah, I will just put this back in my plant room. It doesn't need watered or anything yet. So yeah, that is that one. Let's go ahead and take care of this one. I was walking past and just happened to see it, and I really, yeah, I want to get it situated. So this is the Alocasia Ninja. I think it's black velvet and something. I got this as a tissue culture. It's actually supposed to be the variegated. You could see there's a couple leaves that have the variegation. I just watered it the other day, so I think it's pretty wet in here. Oh yeah, it's wet. It looks like there's a ton of corms, and I really just want one plant for me, and I'll probably just grow it in semi-hydro. So what I'll do is I think I'll go ahead and separate this and just clean like all the dirt off the roots. And then I might pot some individual ones up in like my prop mix to let go. And then I'll keep, you know, keep the main one. It looks like most of it is reverted though, which is kind of sad. I got this from Orange Lake Nursery as a tissue culture. It's been a while though. I got this a while ago. But yeah, I just don't, it's just drying out super fast in this little mix. And I'd rather go ahead and separate it really quick since we're making props. Yeah, there's just a bunch of random, I think it's just like a weird tissue culture thing where, you know, the callus and everything, it just produces a bunch of babies. So I'm gonna pluck off some babies. I might put this one actually into stratum because it's so little. But it's weird because I literally grew this from one plug or one little tissue culture thing. So I can go ahead and put this one in my prop mix because it has enough like little roots that it will do okay. There's just so many little ones that are falling off. They're literally just all like coming right off. Oh no, that leaf broke. Darn, okay. All right, so this is the main one. I'm gonna clean this and stick this in water. So, or no, I'll probably just I'll do stratum since I have it here, and then I'll move this to pond in a few weeks. And then, yeah, look at how many babies. There's literally all these individual babies. So the bigger ones that are reverted, I'll do in my prop mix. And then these little ones here, a couple of these ones are variegated, so I might keep one to see what they do. And then, yeah, I'll just put these in a cup of stratum together and see what they grow into. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse all these at my sink. I brought out some of my prop mix. I just scooped a couple things out and I'm just gonna pot these up individually. Let me move you down. There's that one. So I'll let these stabilize for a couple weeks, and probably once I get one new leaf, I'll end up letting this one go. And it should grow some new roots into here. I just bought another plant. I was on Instagram, I was doing a post, and someone I follow, like their post for that day showed up at the top of my feed, and it was like a sale that they were having today. They're on the West Coast, and she has beautiful plants. They're like very rare, expensive plants, and I've always wanted to buy from her. I just keep missing the sale that when she has them. She doesn't do them every week, but she has beautiful plants. They're stunning. Maybe eventually I could get some more from her down the road. And I had not planned on buying, or this wasn't even on my radar. I just saw it and I like immediately fell in love. It's a begonia. I'm not a begonia person, so I'm just filling this up with stratum. So yeah, I paid for 2-day shipping, so if they ship it Monday, Tuesday, I should get it by Thursday, probably at the latest. And we'll let these root quite a bit longer. They didn't really have many roots, and these are the individual ones that, some of them have some color like that leaf right here. This one has, it's focusing on me. There we go. And then I'll separate these out once they get bigger into the prop mix. So yeah, it's a beautiful begonia. Now I'm excited to get that. I might unbox it in like a plant chores, the different plant chores or something. I don't think I'll make a separate video on it because it's just one plant. Or I could go live and unbox it if I can get up the mojo to go live again. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm glad I took care of that. That wasn't even on my plan to do today. I just saw it and I'm like, ooh, you know what? While I have all this stuff out, I might as well go ahead and take care of it. So next, let me grab that begonia, the big one, so we can take some cuttings to prop. I had my begonia maculata, my angel wing. I had someone ask me if I was gonna prop it just so they can have some cuttings. She's in a big glass vessel. Look at her. Whoa, gorgeous. So I have her growing in water, and that's it. She loves it. Absolutely loves it. I feel like I'm gonna grow begonia just in water because heck, I mean, why not? All right, let's take some cuttings. Let's do this one. So begonia have, just like any other plant, there's individual nodes, like here, 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 and they grow roots from the nodes. So I'm gonna take a cutting here. So the only thing is though, I'm gonna have to get rid of the bottom leaf because it's gonna root from here. If I leave the leaf, I don't know, it might rot, but it's gonna continue growing from the top. That's a beautiful little prop though. I hate to get rid of that leaf, it's really pretty. I might try and stick it in water with the leaf, but we'll see. It's gonna be squished. But I only want to do top cuts to prop until because they like grow better, you know? Because a mid cut you have to wait for them to grow again. Let's do these. Another beautiful little prop. Let's do this one over here. Whoops, my battery died again. So that's that one. And this one has a new little leaf coming in there. I don't know how many cuttings to take. Let's do, oh, this one's pretty. Let's do this one. Oh, this one's gorgeous. I hope I can save that bottom leaf though. You know, she actually had thrips 2 years ago. 2 summers ago is when I had thrips, and this plant was one that was attacked by thrips, but yeah, she made a big comeback. A little bit of a crispy tips. I honestly need to flush this water out. I've been really lazy and I keep adding to it, but I haven't flushed it in some time. I should probably do that. But I just want to take like the healthy cuttings. Oh, this one's really pretty. Let's do this one. Ooh. I don't want to do too many, I guess, if people don't really want this plant. And I still want to keep mine pretty full. Dried a leaf. I think I took 7 cuttings, so that'll be enough for a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to take too many in case people aren't interested in this one, because I find this one's like very common, the Maculata. I find this at our big box stores all the time, so I don't want to sell too many. If people are interested in it, I'll prop more, but yeah, it's so cute. So I kind of have them all gathered here. I think I'll just get a small vessel and squeeze all these down in here. Oh, I don't want to snap any stems though. They break very easily. And you take your tape with your glass and let me put this down. Yeah, this is a little thick. It's okay. works better with thinner pieces of tape. So, I don't know if you can see, I did it in kind of like a line here, 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 and then you have little holes that you can slide your cutting in and they won't fall over, they'll stay in place. So for example, let's slide this down in one of the holes, like that in the middle, and it's gonna stay there and it's not gonna fall. We'll do this one in another hole, like so. Accidentally taped over some of my holes. I need like smaller pieces. All right, so now you have all your cuttings in and they're not going to go anywhere. And I just have to fill it up to the top with water. I do have to keep this somewhat full to the top, you know, because those nodes are right at the surface level. But as long as the node is actually in the water is where the roots will come out of. So it's kind of, I'll just have to keep it topped off. It looks a little crazy because all the cuttings are going every which way, but it'll straighten out here once I get it under like some top light, it'll straighten out. And yeah, once these roots, I will look at letting these go. All right, I took like a 10-minute little snack break. I had some watermelon, it was so good. And I brought out the tray of Polyneura. These are the ones that I propped some ends, and I'm gonna prop them again. And they had some mealies on them, and the main plant had some mealies. So the main plant is in the bathtub. I had like treated it and everything. And then the other Hoya is in there, and the Pilea. So I'm gonna spray them all again, and I really need to repot the Alocasia and that's the other one, the other Hoya, because they were all like in my south window. So I guess the mealies just come in through the window. I actually need to clean that window, but I don't know how else they got in there. The only other plant that had mealies in there was the dolphins that I got at the big box store. So I had that one hanging up, and then I noticed it on the Hoya Sunrise, and I took that out a while ago along with the Obovata. So now that these two Hoyas are out of my plant room, the only Hoyas I have in there are a few that I have like on the bottom shelf, and those are fine. So I don't know what it is with freaking mealies in the windows. I guess maybe mealies are very prevalent here, I'm not really sure, but anyway, this I had propagated because I want to prop these for the shop. They're very sticky, greasy. That's horticultural oil. So what I'm going to do is do another treatment. I'm just going to rinse these really good and spray them down. I'll probably let the oil sit for maybe like 10 minutes, and while this is sitting, I might go ahead and spray those and let those sit, and then I'll come back and prop these, and then I'll repot those other two Hoyas, and that'll probably be it for today. I said I wanted to be done by 3, and it's already a little after 3, so now my cutoff time is 4, so I'm gonna try to get this done in like the next 45 minutes. So yeah, let's rinse this and spray it down. I don't see any more mealies or anything. I did a thorough spray, like very, very thorough. I find like horticultural oil to be the most effective that I've used for treating mealies. Yeah, and they didn't have a lot of mealies. It wasn't like a super bad infestation, so yeah, I don't really see anything else, but I'm gonna spray it again, and then I'm gonna leave these props in a isolated location, so just to monitor them and make sure that they're completely gone. But the horticultural oil, I think it's like all seasons. I think I ended up getting that at Lowe's a while ago. I just made a fresh little thing up. It's in a spray bottle, but you can see the oil kind of mixed in with the water. I would use gloves when you're handling this stuff because I feel like my hands always feel like weird when I get it on me. I don't have gloves, but I'm gonna put some on. But yeah, I'm gonna just treat it again in hopes that it gets rid of all the mealies. This isn't the best method, I mean the best squirt bottle. This is more like a mist, but it's the only one that I really had because my other one has Castile soap, so I'm just gonna use this. Mealies like to hide in the crevices, so I just really make sure I get down in there. This kills them on contact. The horticultural oil like smothers them. Okay, we're gonna let this sit for, like I said, like 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're gonna rinse these really good. And yeah, hopefully the mealies will be gone. The bathroom in here is a bit of a hot mess. I actually forgot I had some corms sitting in a little bit of water. I took these off when I watered my pond the other day. These were some corms that were on top of some of my plants, and now I have no idea which is which. So I'm just gonna stick them in a little seedling tray, and when they sprout, I'll know what they are. I think one was a Frydek. I think a couple are variegated Frydek, or one was Michelitziana. And then there might be a couple black velvet and maybe a dragon scale or Maharani, something like that. Also, look how diseased this Philodendron Micans, not Micans, Melanochrysum is. It was growing so well, but do you see it has some kind of like powdery, it had powdery mildew before, but it's infected all the leaves. So I have a healthy wet stick of this that I took a while ago, and I think I'm gonna restart this Milano back one more time. This one I got imported from Indonesia. It's been a while, and this was all grown back from wet sticks because when I got it, it was super sad. And I had like fungal powdery mildew thing on it before, and I treated it. But I think what I'm gonna do is just cut up all these wet sticks and just chuck all the leaves because there's not even any point in trying to save that because it looks really bad. I don't know if it's even coming up on camera how bad that looks. That leaf there especially, yeah. And it's infecting another plant of mine as well, which I'm really sad about. I'm gonna have to start over with that one and take like a healthy cutting. But my El Choco, my big El Choco that's in pond had this as well. It had some kind of powdery mildew. And I took a top cutting and I chucked the rest. And it grew back and it's fine. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Just take a cutting and yeah, just chuck the rest. I'll just grow wet sticks out. I'm not gonna do this one today though. I just don't feel like messing with it. The wet sticks from this that I did grow out, they all are growing wonky. I think it's because humidity isn't, I feel like Milano really appreciates more humidity or it grows really wonky. And I was gonna look at selling some wet sticks because they had grown like 4 or 5 leaves and they were doing okay. And then, yeah, I think it's just not enough humidity for them, or I may have let them accidentally dry out, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to sell any Milano. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and spray Pilea again. This is my Pilea. So I noticed some mealies on the top growth right here in the middle. It was on this stem here in the middle and the other one. They were like hiding in the little crevices up top. This plant has never had any mealies or anything before. I didn't see any on the leaves or anything either. It was just in the crevices. Oh, I think I see some more. They might be hiding in there. Yeah. I have this one in pond. I struggled growing this one in soil. Well, it was doing well in soil, and then I think it was like rotting or something. I don't know. And it's doing okay in pond, but the reason why it may not be growing well now is because of mealies. It has a lot of like dried, I'm looking at the dried stuff, but I think there's a couple crevices where I see, yeah, here's a mealie right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Maybe I can zoom in. It's like right there, in there. And I'm going to put this one in my bedroom with the other Hoyas that are isolating. I'm not going to put this back in my plant room. It's not nearly enough light in there, but yeah. It's really sad. I don't know. It was doing well, and then freaking mealies. I hate mealies. This is my Lacinosa that bloomed constantly in my plant room, and I had no idea it was sad. So this side was facing the window, and there's a lot of yellowing on it, which is very strange. It was growing, it blooms constantly, and there's like a sad strand here. So this side was facing me, which is a little bit more healthy. Right here, honestly, I kind of was just like, this doesn't have drainage, so maybe it just rotted in here. Maybe I just watered it too much or something and it just sat for a while. I don't know. I'm going to take it out, and what I'm going to do is clean this up and basically kind of just start over with this one. This is a regular Lacinosa, and I also have a Lacinosa snowcaps, which is in that room, and that one blooms too. So I technically don't really need two Lacunosas, so, but I really like this one because I do like the blooms even though they're fragrant, but the ants don't care. It's not a sappy Hoya. But it had some mealies too. So I'm probably just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna treat it again. I'm gonna spray it and then just prop it. Prop the entire thing and start over. It has some healthy growth up top here, but some of this, I don't know what this is. What's going on with some of this? And so this is my main Polyneura. So this is the one that I took those strands, those cuttings from. This one dries out all the time, so I think I'm gonna repot it here. And I had it hanging in my window, but I'm gonna put it in the other room just because, you know, it had some mealies, because I'd rather contain the mealies. I don't want mealies, like I don't wanna have a mealie problem in my plant room. I think I'm gonna have to do like a inspection in there. Especially since they were on the Pilea, I'm worried that they may have like, because mealies can fly, the males can fly around. I spray this one really good though, because I love this plant. But I think I'll do one more, like I said, one more spray, and we'll get it repotted, and then just maybe just hang it up in the other room. Woo. I don't know the last time I repotted this. It's probably been a while. But yeah, not like a crazy infestation at all by any means, just like a random couple mealies, and it just got me paranoid. Oh, here's a dead one. There's a dead mealie. It's like already red. Do you see it right there? It's like that red little thing down in there. That is a dead mealie from the horticultural oil. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and spray these off camera, and just in the tub. I'm gonna rinse them really good and spray them down again one more time. And then I'll repot these two Hoya really quick, and I think that'll be it. I'm gonna chop this Milano back off camera. I don't really feel like messing with that right now. And yeah, hopefully hopefully the mealies will be gone. I just don't know what it is. I don't know. I thought silica was supposed to make my plants more resilient. The Mealies don't care. They're like, yep, it's a Hoya. I'm gonna go on the Hoya. Okay, I'm back with the tray of Polyneura, and I have my stratum here. And I think I might put them into like 3 or 4 cups of stratum, let them root, and then I'll move them out to individual cups once they actually start growing. The ones that are the end cuts, you know, obviously are going to grow a lot faster. Like this one has little leaves than the ones that I had to cut from the top. And then it'll root where these little bumps are. It'll grow a bunch of roots, so I don't have to remove any leaves. So I'll probably stick, yeah, let's do like 3 or 4 cuttings down into one. I think how many I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 cuttings in this one. Like that, and then we'll fill up with stratum. And again, I'm going to keep these isolated. I'm going to leave these out here and make sure that there's no other Mealies that decide to pop up. I think they're good. I've cleaned them twice and I don't physically see any Mealies on them. I think a couple of these have peduncles because this one has bloomed for me. Oh, shoot. Oh, these are so cute. I think Polyneura is such a beautiful Hoya. It's probably one of my top favorite Hoyas. The outer variegated is gorgeous, and then I just got the inner variegated, which I'm so excited to have. I just think, I don't know, it's such a cool Hoya. I really, really love this one. The one with the little leaves is so stinking cute. So we'll do 4 and 4. I have so many individual cups of stratum right now with random stuff propagating. I find Polyneura root pretty easily. I'll probably take more cuttings off of mine eventually because mine's still pretty big. I figured I'd start with these though, and then yeah, we'll let her like kind of shoot some new growth from where I cut her, and then yeah, we'll prop her again. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna leave the quarantine ones on this tray here. Here's a little update on the inner or the outer variegated. I was gonna take a cutting, but I'm gonna hold off. I wanted to grow more because I really want this so big in my collection, but I also eventually want to sell some. But this is the strand here that is growing away, and it has a new set of little leaves there coming in. And this is a new node that shot out that is stunning. Look at the half moons. I think I showed you this in a video. But look at that. Stunning. And this side also has a new little set of leaves. I find that they grow new vines. You don't even have to prop them on their own. But, you know, I'll take a cutting eventually to like sell and stuff. But I just wanted to grow more because it's so pretty. I am back in the hot mess of the bathroom. I have the Polyneura all clean. I put the Pilea in the bedroom, and I think I'm just gonna put this back in my plant room. I think it's fine. I didn't see any other Mealies on it, and I think I'm just gonna quickly peek at the root system and upsize it. It's in, I don't know what size this is, but you can tell it's so rooted in here. It's been in here for a little while. So I have a 6-inch here. I think I'm just gonna go up slightly. I hope that's okay. I didn't want to put it into an 8-inch, and I don't really have a size in between. And I'm just gonna backfill with aeroid mix. I'm not gonna disturb the roots or anything. Let me go ahead and take a peek at it. Oh my gosh, I could tell it's so rooted in here. Holy heck. I don't think I've seen a Hoya this rooted before. Holy freaking moly. No wonder it was drying so fast. Holy heck. Oh. I don't think there's any kind of like root mealie or anything like that. The mealies I get are mostly just like random mealies on the leaves. Yeah, it's just extremely root bound. Holy. All right, we're gonna do a quick plop and fill. I wish I had a deeper pot, honestly. I might have a deeper pot. Let me actually go check in my plant room because that's sitting up a little higher than I want. Okay, I found this one. It's deeper. This will work much better. Wow. I cannot believe how rooted this thing is. No wonder. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a much better fit. okay. I think that's good. It got pretty dirty. It doesn't really need watered because, you know, I was rinsing it or treating it and everything, so it was still wet, but I think I'll just give it a little rinse off in the tub. And yeah, I'll just hang her. I'm gonna see if I can hang her back in the window. I don't know if, no, what I had her in before is not gonna work. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hang her up now. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna put her just yet. I'll work on the other Hoya and then I'll have to figure out where I wanna put this one. Okay, and so for the Lacunosa snow, or this is just the regular Lacunosa, let's pull this Hoya out of here and yeah, just get it repotted. And I think I'll just trim off the strands that are a bit sad and then just trim it back. I think that's what I'll do. Ugh. I'll have to use that sloth pot for something else. This is not a very happy root system. I probably shouldn't have planted this thing in no drainage because this pot doesn't have no drainage. I just pot into it, but I was careful watering. I might have just accidentally overdid it, or I probably underwatered it. I'm always underwatering my Hoyas, and then it probably just, I don't know. All right, well, I'm just gonna plant it and hope that it does okay and it doesn't shock too much. Oh, this came right off. I don't even know where this was attached to. This strand looks okay for the most part. So we'll go ahead and pot this one up. I have a clear pot. I'm gonna have to get more of my aeroid mix. And this doesn't have any roots then. What the heck? A lot of this is really sad. Like it's all like yellow discolored. Maybe the root system just rotted away in there or something. Yeah, this is all sad. This strand here maybe looks salvageable. Let's cut this one. And let's cut this off. We'll try rerooting these two strands here. This one has a lot of peduncles, so we'll try and salvage that. And I'm not going to salvage that. That looks really sad and yellow. And this is the main vine. This one over here looks sad. Tell you what, I'm going to cut this one off and we'll prop some of this. Okay, this one looks okay, so we'll pot this here up. So we are going to stick these in a thing of stratum, and some of the leaves are still kind of sad, but this bunch will reroot. And we have two vines here with roots that are questionable, we'll go ahead and just pop this up here. And this will be like our plant. I can use actually the hanging basket the Polyneura was in and hang this one back in the window. I'll just have to be mindful to watch out for mealies. And then we'll isolate these with the Polyneura that I took, these props here. And yeah, we'll just keep all these isolated. All right, there is our new Lacinosa. I'm going to hang this back up in the window with the Polyneura. And I put the cuttings into stratum already. I have a mess in like 3 different areas right now that I have to clean. So I think that's all I'm going to do with you all today. I'm going to get those plants hung back up in the window and I'll just monitor them. I think I'm going to take a day or 2. Yeah, it'll probably take a couple days because I need to do another moss pole day. And I want to take the plants to the shower and actually hose them off. I haven't done that in a bit. I've only done mites, I think twice this year, in January and then last month. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to get any more beneficial mites because I don't have any spider mites. And with the silica, I feel like it's preventing pests. Like I said, the last time I had thrips, knock on wood, was 2 summers ago. And it's just the mealie. So you guys have a lot of Hoyas. How are you keeping mealies away? I don't know what it is. I never used to have a mealie problem. Not until I moved here when I had like that outbreak in the dining area. Because I had tried lacewings a couple of times. They didn't work for me. I honestly thought about getting some ladybugs. I don't know. I'm worried the cats will eat them though. I feel like they would have to eat in large quantities. And I hate using pesticides like the horticultural oil. I don't really want to use, but it's the only thing that I'm finding that really knocks them out, as long as you keep treating with it. Leave me your Hoya fighting preventatives down below. And I don't want to use systemics. I don't like systemics. I don't want to use them. Yeah, I don't want to put any of that in my soil. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon and tackling some chores. I felt like I didn't do much, but that's okay. I got a little bit done and I'm glad I took care of some things. So yeah, I'm going to clean up this mess and then I gotta do some shop prep and then I'm gonna edit probably the rest of the evening. I'll be back on some plant care next week. Thank you so much for watching and being here. And I was gonna wave and say like, I'll talk to you soon. Actually, some people were saying like this, you're not supposed to wave like this anymore, that it's actually like, this is the new wave. So I guess as a millennial, I'm old school, but I'll talk to you again soon.